You've always hidden behind layers of charm and simplicity, but now I see the depths of your complexity, the intricate emotions that you carefully shield from the world. It's as though your mask has slowly cracked, revealing the truths you once kept buried. Now that I see beyond your pretense, I can feel the weight of your thoughts, your contradictions, and the inner struggles you've been hiding for so long. You are far from simple, and the more I discover, the more I understand how deep your story truly goes. What I once thought was a straightforward path has now become a winding road of uncertainty, filled with unexpected turns that I never saw coming. You are no longer the simple person I once believed you to be, and in that realization, my world shifts. It's strange realizing that someone who seemed so clear-cut and predictable now feels like an open book with pages that are never quite what they seem. You are more than what you show, and I am only now starting to understand the layers you keep hidden. The simplicity I once admired about you was only a facade, a surface level impression that masked the labyrinth of emotions, thoughts, and contradictions you carry inside. Now that I see through it, everything feels different, and I can't help but wonder what lies beyond. I've always known you had depth, but never like this. What appeared to be simplicity was merely a veil that concealed the whirlwind of thoughts and feelings that constantly churn beneath the surface. Now I see the complexity in it. It's overwhelming in the most revealing way. You never truly let anyone see the real you, the one behind the mask of casual smiles and offhand remarks. But now I understand that there's more to you than meets the eye, a complexity that I never imagined until now. I thought I knew you well, but now I realize how little I actually understood. You are not the easy to read person I once thought, and the emotions that swirl beneath your calm exterior are nothing short of overwhelming. You've always seemed so straightforward, like an open book, but now I know there's so much more to your story. It's like peeling back layers of yourself, discovering new truths that I never even considered before. Nothing is as simple as it appeared. The more I think about it, the more I realize how wrong I was in believing you were simple. Beneath the surface, there are emotions and thoughts that run so deep. They feel like an ocean I never expected to navigate. You were always so composed, so calm, but now I know the storm that rages inside you. You're not as simple as you made everyone believe, and the complexity you hide makes everything you do even more intriguing. The mask you've worn all these years has begun to slip, And in the process, I see the person you've been hiding from the world. You are not as simple as you want others to think. And it's in that realization that everything shifts for me. At first, I thought your actions were straightforward, your thoughts easily understood. But now I see the intricate web you've woven, the complexity behind each decision, each glance, each word you speak. You are far from simple, and it leaves me in awe. The illusion of simplicity has shattered, and in its place stands the full force of your true nature. You're not who I thought you were, and it's both a revelation and a realization that changes everything. I used to think your intentions were clear, but now I see that you've been carefully constructing a version of yourself that fits the narrative you wanted others to believe. Beneath it all, there's more complexity than I ever imagined. Now that I've peeled back the layers of your facade, I see you for what you truly are: complicated, enigmatic, and anything but simple. The surface may have been smooth, but beneath there's an ocean of untold stories and emotions. You were always so good at hiding your true self, at pretending to be something you weren't. But now I see through it all. The simple act of pretending has been replaced with a revelation that leaves me speechless. The illusion of your simplicity is gone, and now all I see is the complexity of your mind and heart. What seemed so clear before is now clouded with new thoughts and realizations, and it's almost as if everything I once believed about you has been turned upside down. What I once thought was innocence, I now realize was a carefully crafted persona, an act designed to hide the turmoil you've been battling inside. You're not as simple as you've led everyone to believe, and I'm only now starting to understand that. Your simplicity was always an act, a performance for the world. But now, the curtain has been drawn back, and I see the complexity, the internal conflict, and the hidden depths that make you who you really are. What was once so clear has become a riddle I can't solve. You've always been more complicated than I gave you credit for, and now every thought and feeling I have about you is tinged with the awareness of just how much I didn't know. I used to think I could read you like a book, but now I understand just how wrong I was. There's so much more to you than I ever realized, and it feels as though I've only just begun to understand the full depth of your thoughts and emotions. There's a part of you I never truly saw, a side of you that was hidden beneath the layers of your smile and charm. Now that I know, I can't unsee it, and I'm left trying to navigate the complexity that comes with truly understanding you. It's as if a veil has been lifted, and I can finally see the real you. The person I thought I knew was just a shell, a surface level version of who you really are. What's left beneath is far more intricate and captivating than I ever expected. You've always been so careful about what you reveal, so guarded with your true self. But now the truth is undeniable, and I see you for the complicated, multi-dimensional person you really are. Every time I thought I understood you, you proved me wrong. You're not the simple soul I once thought you were, and now I'm left with 1,000 questions about who you truly are and what's really going on beneath the surface. The person I thought you were is no longer who I see. With every passing moment, I uncover a new layer of your complexity, and it's clear now that you are so much more than I ever gave you credit for. The more I get to know you, the more I realize just how much I didn't know. What seemed like a simple life was actually a whirlwind of hidden emotions and desires. And now I'm learning to navigate the maze you've built around yourself. You always made it seem so easy, like everything was just black and white. But now I see that there's an entire spectrum of gray you've kept hidden. You're not as simple as you once appeared, and that's what makes you all the more fascinating. You never let anyone see your true self, and now that I do, it's both thrilling and terrifying. You are a puzzle I never expected to solve, and the more I learn, the more I realize just how much I didn't understand. What I thought were simple actions turned out to be much more deliberate, more complex than I ever imagined. You're not just a figure in my life. You're a mystery I'm still trying to unravel, and with each layer, there's more to discover. You've always been so effortless in the way you presented yourself. But now, I know that effort was carefully placed. There's so much more to you than I ever gave you credit for. And it's both exciting and intimidating to realize this truth. You've always had this aura of simplicity about you, but now, as I peel back the layers, I see the complexity, the hidden emotions, and the intricate thoughts that have been simmering beneath the surface all along. What I thought was a calm, simple exterior is just a front for the storm raging inside you. I see now that you're not as easy to understand as I once believed, and that makes you even more intriguing. The more I dig into your thoughts and feelings, the more I uncover the deep, complex layers that you've been hiding. You're not simple, and I'm starting to see that you never were. It's a journey of discovery I wasn't prepared for, but now I can't stop. What I once believed to be simple emotions have turned out to be far more complex. the way you hide your true feelings, your hidden depths. It's both fascinating and a little unsettling to finally understand that you're not who I thought you were. You've spent so long building this facade of simplicity, but now I see the chaos and complexity that lie beneath. Every moment I spend with you reveals more about the complexity of your thoughts and feelings, and I can't look away. It's strange how the more I get to know you, the less simple things seem. There's a world inside you that I never imagined existed, and now every thought you share makes me realize how little I really knew about you. You've always kept your feelings close to the chest, hiding behind the guise of simplicity. But now that I know better, it's impossible to ignore the vast complexity that you've kept locked away for so long. I once thought I understood everything about you, but now I see how wrong I was. You're not the simple person I once imagined, and the more I uncover, the more I realize just how much you've been hiding from the world. What I once thought was clarity has now become a blur of contradictions. You are not who I thought you were, and the deeper I go, the more I realize how little I truly understood about your world.